Hey everybody, John Reap here. You're about to watch and or listen to episode 44 of Country-ish, and we have a fantastic show for you today. Comedian Josh Wolf zooms into the show, and in small town news, a gang of raccoons terrorize a family. And what happens if a chicken walks into a bank and the teller is a turkey? Well, Roseanne calls in to tell us. Let me go get it.
Just a country boy, and he's making it good. He was Jaws underdog, dressed in Ross, living next to the wood. He liked to eat the sushi, but he don't even fish. Not so much a country boy, it's more like he's country-ish. Moved out of his dream and headed for Southern Cal. Wound up in TV and film, making popsicle proud. Now this country boy is back with his family. Got himself a podcast, he knows it'll last, cause he's in Hickory.
That's right. I am in Hickory, and I'm happy about it. I hope you're happy. Welcome, Bumpkins, to another awesome, amazing episode of Country-ish. I'm Jon Reap. I'm the host, and we got a spectacular show. Let's get right to it. Sitting at my oh my gosh, actually I want to try and get this right. Sitting at my 127 today is a tall guy. Doesn't seem as tall today. He's about 6'4".
That's kind of depressing, isn't it?
Yeah. The Southeastern Man of Mystery, Mr. Sebastian, how are you?
Fantastic, man. Good to be back.
You are 6'4" in real life.
Yes.
Now, I usually make you way taller, but you said I don't feel so tall today. But you're tall. You're still 6'4".
Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks for acknowledging.
What's happening, man? It's been a week.
It's been a while. Feels like.
It's been exactly 1 week, I think.
No, it's been 2.
Has it been 2 weeks?
10 days.
10
10 business days.
Wow. Time. Okay. Well, I missed you.
Missed you, man.
Yeah. Well, we got a lot to do, man. And a lot's happened in 10 days.
Yes.
A lot's gone on. Well, the Panthers won a game.
I know.
Did you watch any of this?
I did.
Yeah. It's a very boring game. It was a field goal game. I think we kicked like 87 field goals, and we won 10-5. That's not the score. It was a field goal game. It was boring. Last episode, I said we should tank.
Yeah.
We should go ahead and lose every game so we can get Trevor, Noah, Clemson. And now is a perfect time to tank because no one's coming to the games.
Right.
So you can't make the argument as a fan, a ticket holder.
Yeah.
How dare you lose every game? I pay good money for these seats. Well, no one's there. So go ahead and lose. And then no one can be mad, and you'll get the number one pick. Thoughts?
Well. That's kind of goes against my thought of being a winner, but.
Right. Well, you're just delaying a victory.
What if Trevor Noah, as you called him?
Right. Is not.
I don't think is this Trevor Noah? Isn't that a comedian? Isn't he the guy?
He's right. But have you seen him throw a ball?
Hey, if we
Trevor Noah from The Daily Show.
from the Daily Show
has got an arm.
He does. Maybe that's who we need to shoot for. Do you think we could get him on a contract, or do you think probably can't get him as cheap as Cam?
I'm so happy you called me on that because had you not said something and I went back and listened to this,
You'd
I'd be like,
mad. I was like,
right. Trevor Noah is fantastic.
He is a fantastic quarterback
not
on The Daily Show.
That's funny. Trevor Lawrence, I think.
Oh,
I meant
Lawrence.
to say.
Trevor Lawrence, why didn't you say so? I'm all for tanking now.
Right, there you go.
I was like, I don't know, I was on the line. I just don't know how funny Trevor Noah's going to be out there going, Omaha. What's he going to let? Like, you're going to do a whole full bit in 30 seconds? You know?
He's really good at audibles, and they're hilarious.
Yeah.
That's funny. And he plays soccer anyway, so he don't even know South Africa.
It's football.
Football's football.
Come on.
That's hilarious.
I mean, we can't catch it out with the hands. Why do we need that?
What if Trevor Lawrence is actually quietly one of the funniest college quarterbacks ever to exist? You know what I mean? Like both of them have great skills and we don't know about it.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you for calling.
You're welcome.
But what I meant to say. Now, does it actually go against? You said it goes against my philosophy of winning at all costs. Yeah. Well, I'm joking, but if we did happen to lose a lot of games and we did get the number one pick, like if you quietly, as an owner, right? Let's say as an owner, you're thinking long term, and you're like, well, this is a rebuilding year. No one expects us to win a Super Bowl anyway this year. I mean, our odds are not great. As a long-term person, I might go, all right, we're gonna go ahead and lose, but I wouldn't tell anybody because you wouldn't want to. So there might be that thought. I bet you that's happened before.
Oh yeah,
yeah. But anyway, we're 1-2.
I know we're screwing up already.
And it was a boring game. I watched it. It was a lot of field goals, like I said. Our defense looked okay. I mean, we did get some interceptions and some sacks, which we hadn't had. We got our first sack of the season on this game against the LA Chargers, and I thought they were going to blow us out of the water, but they fumbled a lot. So congratulations, Carolina Panthers. I guess. What do you? I mean, did you watch it at all? Did you see highlights?
I saw the highlights. I didn't get a chance.
That last play, though, the last play of the game, the Chargers had the ball. They were down by 5 points. All they needed was a touchdown to win the game, no extra point or anything. But they were like at the 40-yard line, so it was like a Hail Mary play. But what they did was they threw it across the middle of the field.
I saw that. They had it. He missed the pitch. Great call. Great play call.
Great play call. Bad execution. And had that dude caught that pitch,
he would have won.
He would have walked in that end zone.
And I like their quarterback that they got.
I like that dude too.
Yeah, but he was like just the 5th or 6th round pick. I mean, not round, the 5th or 6th pick of the draft. So, you don't have to tank. Maybe you can just finish and still get a.
Yeah, that's true.
Maybe Trevor won't be the man. Maybe he's.
You're right. And when I say that, I don't even know if that's. Maybe he'll get hurt, but we'll still have the number one pick, whoever it is. We'll still.
Probably pick offensive lineman or something.
Right. For $60 million. Right. It is crazy. All right. So, congratulations. Good game, I guess. I am, we're doing a pick'em league.
Yeah.
So, I'm in second place. So far, I've predicted more than most people, except for one person, the outcomes of these games. So if you're a betting man, pay attention.
Yeah.
How's your fantasy team? What are they called? Do you remember the name of your fantasy football team?
I've noticed that our viewership's picking up a lot from my fantasy league.
Yeah.
Because every time I get them, every Friday, I get the message to say, that's another shot for you, Sean.
Oh, funny.
Because I missed the Liga. I'm pretty sure it's FFWL.
Well, the name of your team specifically.
BS Backers.
BS Backers.
We're all about the back.
How all the BS Backers?
They're 2-1. We lost a game this week.
Oh, that's not bad.
2-1. We're 2-1.
That's good. So you're in the running.
Yeah.
Good job. All right. Go football.
Yes.
Now let's talk about something that we talked about this one other time. And I have some breaking, exciting news.
Ooh.
Do you remember when we talked about Country-ish, the television show?
Yes.
On Netflix? Mm-hmm. Remember how I said, well, can't beat them, join them. We'll just talk about it, and we will review it, and maybe we'll get some followers from, like accidentally, some subscribers and followers, people who were trying to watch the Country-ish Netflix series somehow stumble across our thing. So, which, by the way, we were here first. That's a whole nother story.
Yeah.
Which we did 2 episodes ago.
Yeah.
Well, the release date has come and gone. It was supposed to come out September 25th. As I'm talking right now, it is September 30th. It still hasn't aired. And I remember I was with my girlfriend Jody on the night of the 25th. And I was like, well, I'll come over, we'll Netflix and chill, and
Watch it.
Yeah, we'll watch it because it's the release date. And I'm looking it up. I'm like, I can't find it. What's going on? Then I searched the interwebs. I'm like, where is? Isn't that great?
That's excellent. You can use that as woodchuck. You can do all kinds of good stuff with that.
Yeah, it sounds like a text, like a really fast text message. Okay, so everyone listening to this, shut your eyes and imagine a teenage girl feverishly sending a text message to her ex-boyfriend for being a douchebag.
Yep.
That's you can, for all I. You, okay, so I was looking it up, and I'm like, I can't find it. Why is this thing not airing? And I stumbled across a headline here. This is from thedecider.com, whatever that is, because I was looking it up. It said, country-ish on Netflix delayed.
Probably.
When will it be released?
Probably the attorneys blocked it.
Now, do you remember when I said I called off the Bumpkins?
Yeah.
Thank you, Bumpkins. But I think maybe we put the fear of God in them.
Could have scrapped the whole project.
Me just talking about it maybe scared them to death.
I'm sure it did.
And they're like, if John Reap already has a thing called Netflix, and Sebastian, not Mark.
Al.
The Alan Jackson, intern Isaiah, not Mark. Just kidding, Mark. I love you. Maybe we're too late. Maybe it's that ship has sailed and we can't compete with John Reap and his gang of Hickory hooligans.
Yeah.
Maybe they called it off. So I'll read you a little bit of this article right here. Country fans were primed and ready to spend the weekend streaming Country-ish, a new Netflix reality show all about the life of up-and-coming independent musician Coffee Anderson, as seen in the trailer. But if you logged on to Netflix hoping to get your Country-ish binge going, you were met with a surprise. The show's nowhere to be found. What gives? Where is Country-ish on Netflix? Basically, this article went on to say, I'm not going to read all of it. It went on to say, like, nobody knows. Nobody knows. The production company, which, by the way, also, I forgot what the production company's name was, but they're a big production. Lighthouse Workers Media. They did Touched by an Angel and Survivor. Okay?
What?
Yeah. Mark Burnett is
that's
the
his
producer
company? Mark Burnett.
of Country-ish, the TV show. We scared Mark Burnett, dude.
That's right. He also did The Apprentice.
Thank you.
He also did I'm Wrong About Big Brother.
He did a lot of reality stuff.
Done a lot.
He's like the reality king when it comes to producing reality series.
Yeah.
So what if quietly, secretly, unbeknownst to me, he said, I think I want to be on Team Reap instead. And he's canceled that without nobody knowing, and he's about to make a phone call to me.
Yeah.
I mean,
He's probably typing right now.
Dear John, I think what you've got going on with your and real YouTube show is yeah, I hope so. That would be nice. But the truth is, they just said all that production company said was, we're moving the release date. And they didn't say when the new release was going to be. They didn't say why. So I don't have any answers. But, it could be, it ain't us, but it could be his wife. Like, she actually had cancer, I think.
Yeah.
Remember in the trailer we watched it? She had cancer. So I hope it's nothing bad for her, really, because that's real life, serious, bad stuff. So I hope she's okay. I hope it's nothing too negative on that end. But I would be flattered if it's because they're afraid of us.
Yes.
All right. Let's move on. Something else that happened. Oh, by the way, we're going to do residual checks. I got 4 checks, and I'm going to let Sebastian pick one, and we're going to play how much is going to go residual check. Josh Wolf coming up, very funny comedian, and small town news. Raccoons are involved. Stay tuned. But let's talk about what happened last night. There was a debate. Did you watch the debate?
I did.
Yes.
Some of it.
What'd you think?
You gonna bleep this out?
Yeah, here, I'll do it. I'll make a bleep sound. Make sure I can read your lips. Show. Yeah. It is a train wreck.
Yeah.
Yeah. Feces.
Yeah.
Fiasco.
Yeah.
That's a new word for it. Instead of the S show.
Feces fiasco.
Feces fiasco.
I like that. A double F.
Right. You don't have to bleep anything.
No.
Speaking of buttons, that's what they needed.
Yeah.
I feel like, okay, I watched it because it's one of them train wrecks you cannot stop looking at.
Yeah.
And as a comedian,
It's great.
I was laughing a lot.
Yeah.
And I was just shaking my head. As a citizen, I'm worried. I've been worried for a long time. I'm still worried, and I will probably be worried for the rest of my life. As a citizen.
Yeah.
As a comedian, I'm laughing my head off because Trump does not play by the rules. We all know this by now.
Yeah.
So the fact that the moderator and Biden went into this thing thinking that he would abide by the rules of when I talk, you don't talk, we each get 2 minutes, was a mistake. He's not going to listen to anyone's rules. So I that was naive on their part for thinking that, and I was laughing my head off. But what they do need is a mute button.
Yeah.
I don't
That'd
understand.
solve it, wouldn't it?
Yeah, because if you're going to have
They'll be
or
talking.
just turn them off. You don't have to bleep him. Just mute it. Yeah. That's what you were doing.
Yeah, he could just skip off.
It'd be like a kung fu movie.
Yeah.
You want to?
Huge.
Yeah. So
Unbelievable.
if you have rules that you can't enforce, are they rules?
No.
You can't enforce them unless you turn the mic off. So, in a world where everyone's getting used to Zooms, this would have been a perfect Zoom thing. Because had Trump been on another stage somewhere by himself with a podium and a camera in front of him, and then Biden was in another room with the podium and the mic on him, the camera on him, and the moderator was in so if you were watching an online Zoom debate, then the moderator could have just muted whoever is talking over the other person. And then maybe we could have got some of these questions answered.
Yes.
But instead, it was an episode of The View. That's all it was. We were watching a morning View show.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but I bet the ratings were huge.
Yeah,
I bet they were.
I'm sure they were.
Does anyone know? I mean, you don't know. I can't ask Alan. He's busy. Isaiah, do you happen to know what the ratings were or the numbers of the debate?
Yeah, I'll look it up.
Because I bet you it's probably one of the highest viewed debates of all time.
Sure.
Because
people were planning their day around this.
yeah, I mean, people were hitting me up like we want to get together and watch
pay-per-view.
Oh my God, that's right.
Should have done pay-per-view. Took the money.
Pay-per-view debate.
Trump could
65 million people.
65.
However,
Yeah.
that is actually down from the first debate between Trump and Hillary Clinton.
Interesting. I wonder why. Well, that was a big
Still
one.
bigger than any other debate, though. It's like second place
Oh,
on
yeah.
the ratings for debates. Yeah.
Okay, well, interesting. I would have thought this one would have been bigger just because given everything that's going on. But still, both. I mean, it's gigantic. 65 million people.
And put that in perspective.
Yeah.
The number one show on TV
Is?
Hannity.
Oh, okay.
4 or 5 million a night, whenever.
Okay.
NBA got 2.4 million in the conference finals, maybe with the Lakers.
Yeah.
So that's 60, 50, 40 times what? 2 million? I mean, that's huge. That's huge numbers.
Yeah.
65 million people watched TV.
Yeah.
Maybe that's
like
why
it.
Netflix didn't put the country-ish out.
That's it.
They didn't want to compete.
They don't want to compete. Maybe we should do a pay-per-view. We will pay you to watch. All right, look, we got to move on. Alan, is there anyone on the? Okay, so we've got callers on hold. I don't want to keep them holding any longer. We have got 4 different Screen Actors Guild residual checks. We'll get to these other topics after this. And I'm going to let Sebastian pick one at random. And I don't know what they are, but I'm going to pick one today, and we'll do the rest later. So just pick one of those at random. Go ahead.
What was the name of the segment again?
Oh, so what we're about, so this is the one?
That's the one.
All right, then I'll take these 3. Nice try. I'll put them over here. All right. So from time, I did a little acting back in my day. As an actor, I've done some things. Yeah, I've done some sitcoms. I've done some movies. I did some adult films I'm not proud of. Joking, Mom. I love you. And they pay you for that.
Yeah.
And then they have to keep paying you. It's called residuals. So anytime it airs, I get a residual check. I don't know what's in here. I don't know what it's for. And the amounts are all over the map. But we made a game out of it. And whoever gets the closest wins the game. If you get it exactly right, I will give you the check. It's a game that we like to call...
How much is that Screen Actors Guild
residual? Check. Sebastian.
You changed up on me every time.
I
need
followed you when you did the cutoff.
Okay, good, thanks.
I
I'm
was
glad I'm
following
directing.
you.
I'm directing now.
Yeah. All right, and we've got people on the phone. Alan, do we want to open the check and talk about it, then have them on, or...
We can bring the first person in, and you can then open the check. And
Okay, let's go ahead and bring the first person in. And while you're doing that, I'll just go ahead and open the check because, I'm not playing. I'm the one who's making you guys play. I'm just the
All right,
host.
we have our first caller in on the studio now.
All right, we've got a caller on the line right now. Hello, this is John Reap. You're on the Country-ish podcast. Who am I talking to?
This is Shane Flint.
Shane Flint! We've had you on the phone before, haven't we?
Absolutely.
Well, it's good to hear your voice again. Thanks for calling in. Where are you calling in from again?
Stafford, Virginia.
Ah, yes, Virginia. Stafford, Virginia.
Stafford, Virginia. Virginians love us, and it's not surprising because they are the states for lovers,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And they're also the state for arresting you.
For arresting you.
For making love.
For making love. Oh, is
Yeah.
that right? They got
That's
some
true.
weird laws about fornicating?
Yeah, a lot of fornication.
Like old laws on the books?
Yep.
Shane, do you know anything about this?
I don't, but I'd probably be in jail.
Good for you, buddy. That means you're doing it right. We're outlaws around here. Okay, so Alan, should I go ahead and tell them what this check is for?
Yeah, and everybody else on the hold can hear you as well.
Okay.
So just go ahead and tell them what the deal is.
So I'm holding a check in my hand, and this is for Eastbound and Down, Chapter 29. It's pay TV and video and DVD. And it's one check just for those. And, in the past, I always make Sebastian go first. I feel like since you're closest to me, you got to go first.
Okay.
All right. And did you see this at all?
No, I can't have.
You don't have
I
your
don't have
glasses
glasses on.
All right. So, Sebastian, why don't you guess the check?
Eastbound and Down, Chapter 29.
Yep.
I'm gonna say somewhere in the neighborhood of 40. Mm-hmm. I like how he's changed his whole facial expression now.
not trying to
He's
make
holding
him-
his lips down
I'm
and
not trying to
everything.
make him
It looks
face.
quick. I know.
What are you talking about? This is how I always look.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, $42. I knew I was low.
No, you don't know yet.
$42.79.
All right. $42.79. You're locked in. Let's go with the Alan Jackson next. You're writing these down, right, Alan?
I am now.
Okay.
$8.50.
Oh, low baller.
$8.50?
Yep.
Okay. What was the even number?
I wasn't having any luck with the odd number.
That's true. That's true. And I think we have had one even number in the past, so it is possible. Now let's hear from the new guy, the intern, I would call intern Isaiah. Isaiah, what's your guess? Wait a second. Alan, you're locked in. Intern Isaiah.
I'm going to go $20.47.
Oh,
$20.47. Interesting guess.
Interesting guess.
Interesting. Now we've got one person left on the phone.
Shane
Flint, what is your guess?
I'm going to go with $44.17.
$44.17. Isaiah
Shane.
and Shane. Double lock.
Shane blocked me.
Now, Alan.
Yeah.
Is there anyone else on the phone?
Oh, yeah. There's lots of people.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
Yeah.
How do we do
Let's
this then?
What I'm going to do, Shane, I'm going to mute you for a minute and let the next person come in.
I'm going to go through them as quickly as possible. How many? Give me a guess of how many.
We got 7 more queued up.
7. All right. Wow. So let me go through these really quick. Let's try and get everybody in. Let's get at least 3 more.
Okay. All right, Shane, you're going on mute.
Shane, you're going to get muted. Like what should have happened during the debates.
Sounds good.
And
All right, and then we're bringing in the next one. I think it should be a familiar voice.
all right. Hey, this is John Reap. You're on Countryish Podcast. Who is this?
Hello, my friend. How are you?
Rick Sanford III, listening to us on a speaker because I can hear myself in the background. Or am I
All right,
wrong,
how you guys
Alan?
doing?
Is that another person listening to us? Do you hear the echo?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Rick Sanford III, thank you for calling in. How you doing, my friend? How's Virginia?
Virginia is fantastic.
Good to hear.
Listening to what you said, and I deferred to my wife Amanda. She says it's $24.35.
$24.35. Okay, Alan is jotting it down. I'm going to say that's a good guess as well. And we will put him on mute, I think. And we'll get to the next person real quick. And Alan, just let me know when that's happening.
Okay, they're muted.
Okay, good. It was Rick Sanford's. Did you hear? I heard there was an echo. Okay. Hey, Rick Sanford III, I know you're listening still, but you're on mute. Can you possibly turn something down when you get back on here? Because I heard a weird echo, and it was throwing my brain off.
It don't take much.
It don't take a lot. So,
We got another one coming in.
all right. Coming in hot right now, a new listener. You're on the Countryish Podcast. Who am I talking to?
This is intern Isaiah's mom.
Oh, Tina?
Yes,
How did I know that? How are you, Tina?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you for giving us Isaiah. And what is your guess?
$256.97.
Oh, my goodness. $256.97. Lock her down. That goes for you too, Rick. I forget. Sometimes I forget to lock them down. All right. Alan's writing it down. I feel like we could go one more person if you like.
All right, I'm muting Isaiah's mom.
Okay. He's muting.
All right, and bringing in another person.
And we got a new person on the line right now on the Countryish Podcast. Who am I talking to?
Ronnie Bindell.
Who is Ronnie? Say your last name.
Bindell.
Ronnie Bindell.
There you go.
Awesome. Thanks for joining us. Where you called in from?
Lathrop, California.
Ooh, we got a California person. Ha ha! Dang. Welcome. What part of California again?
It's up in Northern California. It's Lathrop. It's in between Stockton and Tracy, California.
Wow, man. I hope you're staying safe up there. You're not on fire right now, are you?
No, this morning I opened up the house, though, and the fire smell just swooped in. I had to shut everything up, and it's 101 right now, so we're not getting much relief up here.
Dang, man.
With the heat and stuff. So,
well, I totally understand what that's like. I was out there in Los Angeles for about 18 years, maybe 20. I forgot what the math was. It was 18. I keep forgetting, dude. But anyway,
well,
thanks.
I got a chance. I got a chance to see you 15 years ago at the Brea Improv down by L.A.
Oh, yeah, the Brea Improv. Is that still open?
I think so, but I'm up in Northern California now. We go to Tommy T's up here.
Oh, yeah, I've been to Tommy T's, man. They got great steak.
Yeah, well, I'm hoping you can get a chance to come over here. They just started doing shows, so.
Well, I will make my way back there eventually, my friend. Don't worry. And thank you for, following me all these years. I do appreciate that. It makes me feel good to know that someone across the country is tuning into the podcast. So I appreciate it. Ronnie, I got a check in my hand. It's for one chapter of Eastbound and Down. Do you have a guess?
I'm going to say $54.32.
All right, $54.32. Lock him in. Okay, I think we're good, Alan. We'll get to the other calls and we'll say hey to them, but let's finish this game out. Okay. What do you think? Is that a good idea?
Yeah, there's 4 others been hanging for a while. We can at least say hi to them in a minute.
4 others, we'll say hi. And, I got 4 of the checks. I mean, I could play another one, but it goes on long. So we'll say hello to them. And but let's play the game. Wow, lots of great guesses out there on the table. Lots of great guesses.
Just hand it to me and let's get through the formalities.
But I want to start by saying that this check, the decimal behind the decimal point, once again ends in an odd number. Yeah, it's 0.09.
Okay,
is the cents. So keep that in mind in the future. Now, in front of the decimal point,
one number.
Could it be
2.
4 digits? Could it be 3 digits? Could it be 2? Could it be 1 digit?
Could be.
I mean, listen, there is a bar in Studio City, California called Residuals. And the whole reason they named it after residual checks were because it was ridiculous how low they could be sometimes. So $1.09 is doable as a Screen Actors Guild residual check. And there is a 1 in this number. Right away, you're shaking your head. So who's out? All right, here's the check. The amount of this check is $14.09.
Wow.
And I have no idea who's the closest. Alan will have to tell us because we got a lot of guesses on the table. I think there was a $20 check, $20 guess out there somewhere.
So I'll just go ahead and tell you right now that it's going to be between the 2 people sitting right here on this camera view at the moment here.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, because if I'm doing my math correctly, my guess was an $8.50.
Correct, that's right.
Intern Isaiah's was a $20.47. Now, the actual number is somewhere in the middle there.
Wow,
So
we
I'll
need
have
a
to do
math
some
wizard.
math. Hold on.
All right, while Alan's doing the math, let me go ahead and thank everybody for calling in and playing another game of How Much is the Screen Actors Guild residual check. I love playing this game. This is one of my favorite things. One of these days, because they keep coming, man. When they're not making new stuff, they're doing reruns. And if they're doing reruns, I'm getting more checks. So we're going to keep playing it, and I got 3 more. We'll get to them. But thank you all for playing. It's been a lot of fun. And it looks like Alan is pumping his fist. Did you do the math?
I got a fist pump here, man. That's all me. But.
Can you, I can't check your math. I'm not.
So Isaiah was $6.38 off. I was less than that. I was $14.09 minus $8.50. I'm doing math here. I was $5.59.
Very close.
Wow. All right. Congratulations, the Alan Jackson. You won the game, but you didn't get the check.
Yeah, I know.
I am going home
with
$14.09. All right. Thank you all for playing. Let's go through these phone calls real quick and say hello to anybody who's on the line.
I got 3 people. I'm just going to pop in.
All right.
Here, okay, here's somebody here.
Hi.
They're on the line now.
Hello, John Reap here. Who's this?
Samantha.
Hello, Samantha. How are you, my dear?
I'm good. How are y'all?
I'm doing great. How's Virginia? I know this is the 3rd person on the line from Virginia. We got 3 Virginians and 1 Californian. Doing good, Samantha. Sorry you didn't get to play this time. This is a good sign because more people are calling in. That means we got more listeners. So thank you, Samantha.
Yeah.
Thank you for calling in, and thank you for my socks.
Well, and also we just got a package
You're
in.
welcome. Did y'all get y'all's package?
We just got it today, so we haven't opened it yet, Samantha.
Is it in this building, Alan?
Yes, it
Well,
is.
maybe during a break we'll grab it and we'll open it.
Absolutely.
Okay. Samantha, we're going to open your package later in the episode, okay?
Okay. Y'all have fun.
All right. Thank you, sweetie. All right. Who else we got on the phone?
All right. Bye.
Bicycle.
Hold on.
We got like 3 people on hold. This is a good sign that people are getting the message.
Somebody's on there now.
All right. Hey, this is John Reap. Who am I talking to? You're on the line with Country.
Alicia.
Oh, now go.
Alicia.
Oh, Alicia. All right. Were you the one on the Facebook Live that was happy I pronounced your name correctly?
Absolutely.
Now, how do people get your name wrong?
Because they always say Alyssa or Alicia.
Gotcha. Because
Everybody looks at it and says it wrong. You're one of the very, very few people that has said it right.
Oh, wow.
Well, I get a lot of things right. So, thanks for calling in. Unfortunately, we had a lot of people call, which is good. But don't worry, the check was only for $14.09. That's all you would have won anyway.
That's okay.
But
That's
don't
okay.
worry.
And I'm saying hi right down the road in Rock Hill.
Rock Hill, South Kakalaki.
Yeah.
I got 3 more checks. We're going to play this probably next Tuesday as well. So I hope you'll call back, okay? And thanks for calling.
Absolutely. Have a good one.
You too. Okay, the Alan Jackson. Who else we got on the phone? We got
one last one.
how many more people?
One last one.
Hello.
One more person. Hello, you're on the podcast. Who's this?
This is Roseanne Henshaw from Virginia Beach, Virginia.
Whoa, what are we doing right in Virginia? Where's Isaiah from originally?
I'm from Virginia.
Boom!
Isaiah. I don't know who's Isaiah.
No, I'm sorry. I was just getting excited because we got a lot of love from Virginia, and I don't know what we're doing right.
They're curfews, so they
Well,
don't.
I'm a transplant from Virginia. I'm not from Virginia in a sense. I've been here for 30 years, but still don't claim my fame there.
What were your transplant from where? Uh-oh, I gotta go.
Oh, all over.
Are you at a call center?
No.
I heard a telephone. That was an old school bank of the telephone.
That was my landline.
Yeah.
That was my landline.
Oh, okay, great.
I shut them off.
Can I play a game? No. I want to play a game now. I'm going to guess what your telephone looks like. Okay? And
Okay.
I want me and Sebastian's going to play this
Which
game.
one? The landline or the cell phone?
The landline. The one that we just heard ringing in the background. I'm going to guess what kind of phone it is. Sebastian and I are going to take guesses.
Okay.
And would you like to go first, or you want me to go
No,
first?
you go ahead first.
I'll go first.
I'm curious.
Now, that ringtone,
Yeah.
here's what it looks like. And don't say anything until we're done guessing, okay? I forgot, what's her name again?
Okie dokie. Roseanne.
Roseanne.
Roseanne. No, just Roseanne.
Uh-huh.
Not Roseanne.
Yeah,
Roseanne.
I saw you at the Funny Bone in Virginia Beach, and I hope you come back there again sometime soon.
Me too, Roseanne. The Funny Bones, the improvs, the whole comedy world's all upside down right now. But believe me, once we open back up to 100% capacity, I will be there, and I hope that you come to see me. And thanks for calling in.
Maybe I can do a set with you. I'd do a little bit of stand-up myself.
Ooh, well, there was another famous comedian by the same name before you. Actually, had a sitcom called Roseanne.
Yeah, but I'm better than her. I think.
Well, I believe you. Do you happen to own a macadamia farm in Hawaii as well? Okay, let's continue.
No.
Now, don't correct us until we're done guessing. But I'm going to describe the phone.
All right.
I'm going to describe the phone for you right now. This is your landline. It is a black and gray phone. It has other buttons on it to where you could, if you had separate lines, you could take other calls. It's something that you would see at a bank or a
An
hotel.
office or something
At an
like-
office.
Okay, it's an office phone.
Yeah. And it's got the swirly cord, and it's black and gray. Don't say anything, Sebastian. What is your guess?
So I'm actually a mentalist.
You're a mentalist.
Yes. So right now I can see the phone. It's not black. It's definitely not black. I feel like it's more. You remember the old ivory almond color? Ooh. It's that. It's skinny. It's skinnier phone.
Right.
It's half that phone. It's half the phone. It's chunky though. The bottom's chunky, and it's not a rotary. She upscaled from that, but it's got those buttons that may even blink when it rings.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, and I'm pretty close. I know this. Go ahead and
Roseanne,
tell John
please,
who's the winner of that.
Please tell us what kind of phone is that?
Well, you both were kind of right, because my phone on where my computer is a skinny slimline type thing with it's cream colored, and it's got a cord. But the one that was making the ring, well, both of them ring at the same time. That's why you probably thought that. But when you said black and white, I was thinking, wow, you're getting really close on that. It's one of these VTech handheld. I got like 3 different single ones. Yeah, 2 single ones, one a base. This is a VTech. It's a slim one that has it's got gray on the bottom, black on the top.
Okay.
It's got a volume thing in the front, in the middle, and a talk and turned off.
Man, I'm gonna chalk that up as a draw because we were both kind of right. It's not a cordless phone. It has this spindly, spirally.
No, this one's cordless. The other one is corded.
Oh, you got 2 landlines?
But the one that you
basically, no,
it's the same line. I mean, I've got like 3 phones, 2 phones in the living room.
Oh, right.
One in the kitchen and one upstairs.
You don't want to miss a call, do you,
Roseanne? 2 of them
Roseanne?
that are, 3 of them are connected with each other, and then the other one is by itself.
Wow.
It's because we're too lazy to go and walk to the phone.
I hear you. Well, congratulations for still having a landline. A lot of people just got rid of them. Do you have a fax machine, Roseanne?
No, the computer does the fax.
Yeah, no,
and
you're right.
I like those. And I'm using a flip phone.
Oh my goodness!
And this one's like one that's like built. This one's built like a tank. It's
well, Roseanne,
because it's got all that.
That was a fun game.
Yeah,
I heard the ringtone, and immediately my brain went to when you said the blinky light, lights. I was thinking that too.
Yeah.
Okay, Roseanne. Thank you.
One little light on the top.
One little light. See, we're not bad off. We're pretty correct. So that's a draw.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a draw.
Psychic.
Yeah. Roseanne, please call back in the future. We've got more residual checks, and we're going to play this game again. I want you to call back, okay?
Oh, just call back, maybe, and let me do a set on the line.
There you go. Yeah, think of a good 3 to 5 minute routine, and then I will on Facebook. I will announce when to call again, and then let's give it a whirl. Maybe we'll get to it. Maybe we won't.
Okay.
I'm not making any guarantees.
Well,
Alan is looking at me funny.
I know. Well,
Do you?
I
Are
was
you
going to say
on?
one final thing about it. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. I cut you off.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Roseanne.
I was going to say on that debate, it reminded me of chickens that were clackling with each other, fighting. So it kind of like that's what it sounded like to me.
It's exactly what it sounded like. That's the best chicken impression I've heard in my life. In my brain, there was a chicken right there.
Yep.
I thought you handed the phone to a chicken,
And that the chicken
and then
knew
you
it.
came back.
Yep.
Or she's got one of them little things that turn farm animal. Remember that?
Wait, was that a sound effect machine that you have, or was that you? Did you actually do that?
No. That's a me. That's a me. I can do different birds. I'm not bird brain, but
Yeah.
who knows?
That was excellent. Isaiah, can you do a chicken noise, Isaiah?
Heck no.
No. See, in my brain, Isaiah could have matched
I
that.
think he could do Foghorn Leghorn. I'm
Well,
sure.
he's probably too much of a turkey, and he usually goes.
Well, what other birds can you do? How many birds do you have?
A loon. I don't have too many birds, but I've got, and it's really funny because I've never lived on a farm. My husband did, but
Yeah, and yet somehow you can mimic a turkey and a chicken.
Oh gosh.
Okay.
And you can actually, I do a whole little thing with the chicken too, with moves and everything else too.
Roseanne, look, this is what we do in the comedy world, a little improv game, right? Where I create a scenario.
Okay.
A scenario. This is what comedians do. I'm going to create a scenario.
I've been in a improv classes. And stuff,
good.
So.
Then you'll know how to do this.
Improv, yeah.
I will paint a picture for you, and then you sound it out for me. All right.
All right.
A turkey walks into a bank.
Okay.
And the teller is a chicken, and the turkey says something to the effect of he wants to make a withdrawal. But the chicken teller says, you don't have enough funds for that withdrawal. And go.
Okay.
That was great.
This is the best podcast we've ever done.
I'm coming to Virginia. I'm in Virginia all the time. I'm gonna film Roseanne doing the chicken and the turkey.
I saw the whole thing.
Yeah.
Mentally in my brain. I saw it.
Maybe she could do puppets.
Yeah, you could probably do puppets. That was great, Roseanne. Thank you so much. Are you on Facebook or anything? Do you have a profile? Can people follow you anywhere?
It's on Facebook right now, but I don't really put much on there. I just kind of follow mostly everybody else.
Yeah. Do you have a website or anything? I mean,
do a little bit. No, unfortunately, I'm not that tech into it.
Well, I want us to keep in touch somehow. So you call back in. If you're on Facebook, send me a message, okay?
Okay.
All right, we got to move on.
And
unless
I understand.
Unless Isaiah or Sebastian or the Alan Jackson have any questions, I think we should move forward.
Yeah. Oh, I just want to ask you, how's your dad? Because I remember seeing on Facebook you said I think he went to the hospital, didn't he?
Oh,
and then your mom's doing okay too?
Yeah. Thank you, Roseanne. Actually, I just got to see Popsicle the other day for the first time in months, in a long time. Because of COVID, we can't even get in the building anymore. Yep. But recently, they've extended their policy to where we can go visit him for 20 minutes, and they in a courtyard outdoors, 6 feet away, with masks on. But we could sit there and talk to him. Jeez. So he was in a good mood. Yeah. He seemed pretty alert and with it. And it was cracking jokes, and we had a good time. And Mom is doing okay.
Okay.
Yep, she had a tooth pulled the other day, so she's still miserable about that, but she's doing great. Thank you for asking.
Well, you're welcome. You're welcome.
All right.
All right, then I guess I'll need to save it for another time then.
Yeah, call in again. We'll talk again. This is great. Thank you so much, Roseanne.
All righty.
All right, bicycle.
Hey, and real quick, just say goodbye to, hold on. Say goodbye to Shane and Rick.
Oh, goodbye, Shane. Goodbye, Rick. Goodbye, whoever else is on the phone lines. We got to move forward. We got a lot of show to do. So, again, thank you all for calling.
Guys, have a good one.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate it.
Take care. Love your family, man.
Thanks, buddy. Okay. Alan is learning how to hang up. All right, so I think we're done with that. Look, we got a lot to get to. I don't know what to say about what just happened, but I'm a fan.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts? You're crying.
I know.
Your eyes are watering.
I know. I only cry for like Hoosiers or Old Yeller and stuff like that. But now the chicken and the turkey goes into a bank. I don't know. I
look over. It takes a lot to make Alan laugh.
Yeah.
And I looked over through this window, and Alan was losing it. So this is podcast gold.
Yeah. You never know what's going to happen.
That was great.
Yeah, you never know what's going to happen.
And that's why you got to tune in.
Got to keep tuning in. Got to share
We
this
don't
podcast.
know what's going to happen.
We don't know what's going to happen. Rate, review, subscribe, and share. Sharing is caring. Please help us out. We got a lot more show to do, so we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back with more country-ish after this. Hey, everybody, it's me again. I just want to say thank you for listening or watching this podcast. You know, we couldn't do this without supporters like you. Oh, wait, are you not a supporter? Well, you could be. It's real simple. Go to countryishpodcast.com. Click on the word support. That will take you to our Patreon page. That's our support page. And from there, you can support us many different ways. There's different levels. You got $5 and up. You got Pewter Pro, Rhinestone level, Executive Zirconia, all the way up to Platinum Elite. And all of them come with different rewards. We're talking hats, t-shirts, ginger beard masks, even be a guest on the show. You got to check out our Patreon page. Go to countryishpodcast.com, click on support, and thank you. If you love this podcast and you love wearing shirts, well, we got something for you. If you go to countryishpodcast.com, click on merchandise, it'll take you to my store, and we have an awesome t-shirt for you. It's a Country-ish podcast t-shirt. Look at it. Isn't it beautiful? Also, it's got the website on there. It's a soft tee, very soft, feels good on your skin, and it helps us keep the lights on here at the studio. So check out countryishpodcast.com, click on merchandise, get yourself a t-shirt, and know that I love you. And we're back. Thanks for staying tuned. We got a lot more podcasts coming up. We got Josh Wolf. We got Small Town News. And we've got a new Patreon supporter. So the deal is, if you're a Patreon supporter, you get a shout out on the show. So I want to say a thank you to Debbie Pierce. She is at the Rhinestone level. Welcome to the Patreon, and thank you. Also, this was weird. Someone hacked our Patreon and is able to give just $1, which is not even. Yeah, it's not even one of the options. I don't know how this guy did it, and so technically he doesn't get a shout out. But I feel like
he's smart.
He should get something.
Yeah,
because that was awesome. I don't know how he did that.
If he could get 10,000 more people to do this tack, then you.
That's true. So anyway, thanks, Ben. All I know is his first name. Yeah, thanks, Ben. Also, don't forget we have a Country-ish yard sale coming up on Saturday, October the 3rd from noon to 4 or 5. It's going to be everything that we exchanged on the show in Goodwill Hunting. You can buy it, except for the cat. Samantha on Kingston's getting the cat. But you can buy anything for $5 or more. Remember, we're hoping you give more because we're trying to raise money for the Country-ish podcast. All of us will be there. My mom will be there. You want to give her a hug? It's $5.
Oh.
Yeah, she'll hug you for $5. Again, this is to raise money.
Right.
So, but you could also get something. And we've got new reviews on iTunes. Well, we have one. And part of the deal was, if you can't give any money and you want to help us out, then just go to not iTunes. What do they call it? Apple Podcasts now.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And give us a rate and a review. And if it's good and you write something, I will read it. And this one's confusing, and I'm going to read it. It's 4 or 5 stars, right? That's as many as you can give is 5 stars.
Yeah, 5 stars is the maximum, yes.
All right, so he gave us all 5 stars, which is great. This is by Tank75NC. And the title is, Do You Even Podcast ... All right, here we go. It's a long one. The average lifespan of a country boy is measured in trucks owned. John is 4.5 Chevys, 2 Fords, or 6 Rams with a Hemi, old. I met John once. I'll never forget. Flashback. Plug in, not installed. Okay, Alan, upon reading this for a second time, I like that part.
Yeah.
That is funny.
That's
Yeah,
funny.
That's good.
All right. I also heard that John once worked at a fast food place and got a friend to eat some special chili that was the bottom cleaned out of gunk from the deep fryer. I hope that's true.
That is true, is it not?
It's got to be. It's exactly something I would do. Yeah. And do you know what this is?
Yeah, I've worked in it. It's the chicken when you deep fry the bottom.
Yeah.
You have
so the Chick-fil-A, where I used to work in the mall at Valley Hills Mall, has they use deep fryers like pressure cookers. Yeah. So you have to shut the lid anyway. It's a lot of peanut oil, and you dip the chicken into it. The battered, breaded, chicken. And the stuff that falls off of that gets at the bottom and it cooks, and it looks like chili. And every night you have to clean it out.
Yeah.
And maybe I did do that. I don't have this memory, but it is something I would have done. Yeah. That's hilarious. I'm having second thoughts. I was about to maybe poke fun at this guy a little bit, but it's starting to make sense now upon a second reading. All right, let's continue. That was the first paragraph. The Alan Jackson produces a clean show even when John hits cameras and moves them. That's true.
Yes. Thank you for recognizing my efforts.
So he's acknowledging you in this. That's good. John also has Country Hawkeye.
Stamos.
Oh, that way.
Hawkeye.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I thought he was talking about me. Yeah. Okay, this is a description of Stamos. Yeah. John also has Country Hawkeye Stamos. What does that mean?
You remember Hawkeye off MASH?
Yes.
Okay.
Now,
so I would think this is a MASH reference.
Okay. But how is Stamos like Hawkeye from MASH? That's what I'm trying to...
It's been a long time since I've seen MASH. I remember Hawkeye. I guess, wasn't Hawkeye he's always checking up?
Let me Google him now because...
No, you're curious?
You can't just leave questions unanswered on a podcast. I'm going to type in Hawkeye and then type in the word MASH.
Yeah.
And I'm going to hit search. And I'm going to hit... He kind of looks like him a little bit.
Is that Alan Alda?
Yeah, it's Alan Alda.
Okay, Hawkeye is Alan Alda.
So I see it.
Yes.
Wow. Okay, this guy's good.
Yeah.
Okay, now we got to start calling him Hawkeye. All right. He says he even has Country Hawkeye Stamos and taller Gordon Gross Sebastian.
Jordan Gross.
Jordan Gross, not Gordon. Jordan Gross.
Who is Jordan Gross?
Do you not know?
No.
I don't either.
I might be insulted now.
Here we go. Alan, do you want to do it? Or do you want me to? I think, okay, so yeah, hit images. We're going to do Hawkeye, Alan Alda.
Yeah, that is Stamos.
That's a little bit of Stamos. I can see it.
Yep. Yes.
When he comes back on here, we're going to put these images back.
We need to
back.
make that T-shirt right there. Have that T-shirt made and make him wear that.
Now you got to do Jordan Gross because apparently that's a taller Sebastian.
That's a pro football player.
Intern Isaiah says things too.
Yeah.
Jordan Gross. Oh,
yep.
A little bit.
I lost weight.
Unless there's another Jordan Gross we don't know about.
That's Jordan Gross. He played for the Panthers, right? Yeah, I remember.
Okay. All right. Now let's continue reading. This will be the third out of 4 paragraphs. If you're looking to pass the time while under anesthesia, or perhaps you want to test your phone while muted, then Country-ish is your jam. Now that part confused me. If you're looking to pass the time while under anesthesia, or perhaps you want to test your phone while muted. What does that mean?
I have no idea.
Is it a compliment or is it an insult? I'm not sure which one it is. Either way, it's fine. I got thick skin. I'm a comic. I can take it.
Yeah.
I'm happy he wrote anything. He gave us 5 stars.
I think it was a joke because after that he says, seriously.
Keep going.
Yeah, there's another paragraph.
Oh, yeah.
Seriously, the podcast is fun and entertaining. The comedian interviews can get rough for language, so have the kids' earmuffs ready. Perfect 5 out of 7 rating. All right, so maybe he means the muted part because of the language can get rough during the comedian interviews.
Yeah.
So maybe that was the joke, but he did it too soon in the thing. So I didn't get it till the next paragraph, which that's true. You know, I don't edit these comedians when they call or zoom in. I don't tell them what they can and can't say.
Right.
Because the whole part of, you know, being a comedian is you can say whatever you want.
Yeah.
So I don't tell them what to do. But then he lost me again when he said perfect 5 out of 7.
Yeah, can I jump in on that?
Please do.
So there's a couple things wrong with that last part. So it says it's a perfect 5, that's good.
Right.
But you can't be perfect if you don't have the highest number, and he's saying it's 5 out of 7. So it's not perfect.
Right.
But yet it is according to what you can actually rate.
Yeah.
I'm very confused.
So many things happen in that tiny sentence.
Yeah.
Because the last sentence is simply perfect 5 out of 7 rating. Now, Alan's right. If something's perfect, it's got to be 100%, which would be 5 out of 5. But then you'd think if it was an insult, he would have said, 3 out of 5. Okay. But he gave us the perfect 5, which is all you can do. But then he said out of 7.
Well, that's because 7 is a number of perfection. It's the Lord's number. And
but he only gave us 5.
Apple only recognizes 5. So Apple should say 7 out of 7. He wanted to give 7 out of 7, the Lord's number, but he couldn't because Apple restricted him to 5. And thank you.
So you're saying, Sebastian, that if given the opportunity to rate up to 7,
yes,
he would have given us a 7.
Yeah, he didn't say 10, and the reason he didn't say 10.
Is that Satan's number?
That's Bo Derek's number. He thought.
That's right.
He said 7, the Lord's number.
I'm going to take that. It still doesn't make sense 100%, but that would be a perfect 100 out of 100.
Yes.
But I know what you're saying.
Can I just say for the record?
That's a positive spin, and I like it.
Thank you.
All right, but let me just be the mathematician on the board here.
Okay.
What is
5
that?
out of a 7 is a score of a 71. That's not a good score.
Right.
I'm just saying.
Well, see, his logic still doesn't hold up.
Right.
I think it was an attempt at humor. And it fell.
Yeah.
It didn't make it.
Didn't get
Everything else did.
Yeah.
I don't want to discourage Mr. Tank 75 NC.
I just want to know if he was given a 7-point rating scale.
He would have given you
Would he have given us a 7,
Yes.
or would he still have capped out at 5?
I know exactly what he'd done. Out of 7, Alan, he would have said a perfect 10 out of 7.
Oh, 7 out of 7.
Because it would make sense, and that's what he would do. A perfect 10 out of 7. Right?
10 out. I see.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like that's what he would do.
Okay. All right, but he likes the show, right?
He likes the show. At the end of the day, we're thanking you. I'm sorry. This is just what I do. I dissect stuff. Anyway, look, we got more hilarity. This, there's a pandemic going on. There's a lot of comedians who are trapped at home. They can't go anywhere. And I take advantage of that situation. And I have them zoom into my podcast. And this next one is great. I've known him for a long time. Very funny guy. I was actually on his show a couple of times on CMT called The Josh Wolf Show. That's right. I got comedian Josh Wolf. Check it out.
What are you drinking out of a straw? I need to know that.
I knew you would notice this. Damn it. I need a little energy. So this is a Monster, sugar-free Monster. And I'd use the straw because if I'm trying to talk and do stuff and I do like this, then it's like it blocks my mouth. This way I can keep my eyes up here, stay focused.
John, who was that comic who did that bit about it's hard to look tough?
Yes.
Drinking out of a straw?
Right.
Who was that? It's one of those bits, John, it's one of those bits that every comic knows, but everybody I ask, I'm like, I don't remember whose bit that was.
It's legendary. He was all over VH1.
John, this move right here.
Yeah. He goes, I think he said something like that. It's hard to look tough from a guy drinking a drink with a straw. He goes, hey, buddy, I'm going to come over there and bust your chops.
Yeah. And then I think he did one further where he was like, oh yeah, is that? And he couldn't find the straw and he was like,
Oh, we got to give that guy props. At some point, we're going to look that guy up and give him some props because that's one of the first bits I've seen like on VH1 as a kid. I remember laughing like, oh, that's a good point. It's a good bit. I like your TV hat, by the way.
Thank you. You know why I got this hat?
Yeah, well, you're on TV a lot, and they won't let you wear a hat with logos on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they actually asked me when Spade was starting Lights Out. They called and they said, hey, we want to have you in the show, but do you have like a TV hat? I was like, well, I'll go get one. So I went to the mall and I went to Lids and I got a TV hat made.
It was because of your show that I started my own little TV hat because I like wearing hats. I don't like the way my hair looks anytime, really. Yes, it's right. I say, oh, wow. Okay, you win.
Yeah. But now you know why you and I wear hats all the time. Because
thank you. Yeah, the secret's out, folks. We love... Oh, this one just says, can you see that? Which camera is his? That's the camera is his.
Up here. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah. But because of your show, which is on CMT, you had me on a couple times.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn it, I want to wear a hat. And I just grew the beard. I'm going with a whole new look. And I'm like, and I want to wear a hat. And I know they won't let me wear a hat with a logo. So I went and made one of just my initials, just JR. And that's just John Reed. That's my TV hat. And then I think you have some of your TV show with JW. Yeah. Great minds think alike, man. But I like this one. It's more obvious. It's straight up says TV hat.
This one was more of a fuck you than the other one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you know what, man? I had such a good time with you when you came on my show because, you know, you and I did a segment which was like an obstacle course, kind of.
Yeah.
Remember? Where basically we just got like Jell-O and food thrown at us while we were on a stationary bike and just silly things like that. But man, I do miss that silliness on TV. Like, it's comedy is supposed to be. Look, there can be serious comedy. Like, there's room for people like Bill Maher and Dennis Miller. That's what I consider serious comedy, right?
Sure.
But there's room for guys like us too who just want to be silly, you know? Like, I think there's a big audience for that.
There is, and that's all I know. So I don't. People ask me a lot, like, "What are your thoughts on this?" and "What are your thoughts on that?" And I don't want to cross the line and potentially lose a small amount of audience that I barely have now. You know, I'm trying to get new people, not push half of them away. And I feel like. You know, so I like Jay Leno. He walks the line. I sort of follow his thing.
Yeah, you know what it is for me, man, is like I'm more about like I really think that, you know, pre 5 years ago, the same people you hate, you lived next to. You just didn't talk about the things that you knew you disagreed about all of the time. There were other things to talk about besides just the things that you disagreed about. So in my mind it's not that I don't have opinions on politics or social issues, but I find it to be super divisive. Right. And if we ever do want to get to a point where we come back together, we have to find ways to talk about other things.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of my thing is like, I want to show people who don't agree on some issues that we can all laugh together and remember that we were buddies before this.
Yes.
And we just think differently about some shit.
100%. I like for people to walk out of my show not thinking, well, I wonder what he thinks about you know climate change. I want them thinking like that was the funniest, most fun time I've ever had, and not even be thinking about that stuff. So I'm like you. I'm an escape from all that crap. You know,
come to my TED talk if you want to see everything.
I'm speaking of all this. I want to get back into your history. A lot of people like hearing this kind of stuff. First time on stage. Where was it? When did you start?
I was at the, it's funny. I was recently talking about this. I was 15 years old. My parents had to drive me. It was a place called the Iron Horse, which is a coffee shop in Northampton, Massachusetts. You'll like what I was wearing, bruh. Okay, I was wearing.
wait. Do I get to guess?
Just so you know, I had a hat also. So
okay,
the whole thing. All right.
So before I venture this guess,
yep,
was this a costume for comedy, or was this what you were wearing?
Unfortunately, it's what I was wearing.
Okay. All right. And you're wearing a hat. Okay.
80s. Now, Western Mass, you've traveled enough to know, and people maybe listening don't know. Look, big cities are big cities in every state. Mm-hmm. And in every state, small towns are small towns.
Correct.
Like, it doesn't matter where you are. I brought a friend of mine from Texas up to New York, and my parents were living in upstate New York. You been to upstate New York?
Yeah.
It's the fucking sticks.
Yes, it is.
It is the sticky sticks, right?
Yeah.
But he was like, I thought New York was just one giant city. I'm like, no.
Yeah.
There's one spot, and everything else is the fucking stick.
100%. I mean, I've been to Syracuse. I've been to all those funny bones up there where it's not New York, and you're like, whoa, I didn't know. How do y'all live here? I mean, that's some hard-beaten, weather-beaten people up there.
Yeah. So Western Mass is not Boston. It's a small town.
Okay. Now, all right. Was it in the summertime or wintertime?
Well,
I mean, were you dressed for cool or warmth? I mean, I'm trying to.
I would give it a springtime.
Okay. All right. Here's what you were wearing, Josh Wolf.
And just know I don't wear shorts. I don't own a pair of shorts. I've never worn shorts. I wasn't wearing shorts.
Gotcha. The hat's what's throwing me off because when you said hat, you went big in your hands. I saw.
No. I wasn't. No. Just regular hat.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So it's just going to be damn, this is tough. You were wearing a very bright colored neon shirt. It may have had remember Jams, the pants Jams?
Do I remember Jams? Yeah, man.
I
remember Jams.
I want to say you had some sort of skateboard neon colored looking shirt and maybe a Boston Red Sox hat.
By the way, neon is a great guess for that time period. I think we all know that that's what was going down.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you what I was wearing from bottom to the top. Ready?
All right, yeah.
So around that time, Western Mass, I was wearing big, thick, chunky high tops, not tied. We never tied them, so it made that noise. But, I didn't have any money really growing up. So they weren't Nikes. They were like Nikos. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay. Right. The knockoffs. Yeah.
Yeah. And I was wearing acid wash jeans tucked into the high tops.
Yes.
Yeah. I had one of those thin black leather belts that had the silver tip on the top of it.
Yeah.
Hat, mullet.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Wait. Oh, shit, man. Now I remember seeing headshots of you with that mullet. That's great.
Mullet. Wait, now I'm going to get to the good stuff. The shirt I was wearing was a white mesh shirt. John, not the thick mesh, but like football mesh. You know
wide
what I mean?
holes?
What? No, not wide holes, like the smaller, like a football jersey.
Okay.
Plain white, and a thick silver chain. Not like rope, but like a pharaoh would wear,
Pharaoh. Wow. And that was what you would have worn at a party.
School.
This wasn't for laughs.
No, this is school, bro.
This is great.
And the first joke I ever told, my parents were in the front row because I was 15.
Yeah.
They were so excited. And they had one of those cameras, the one, the zit, click, one of those.
Yeah.
So I could hear it, zit, click, as I was walking the stage. Zit, click. And I get on stage, and my mom and dad are right in front. And I said, hey, everybody, my name's Josh. I'm 15 years old. Super excited to be here, mostly because it's the first fucking time I'll be able to fucking swear in front of my cocksucking mom. That was the first joke I ever told, dude.
Did she know you were going to do that? Oh boy! And how did Mom react?
Pretty stone face. You know, I know in her brain she had it planned that she was going to laugh at everything I said. I think this one threw her for a little loop-de-loop.
Right.
The crowd loved it.
Yeah, I could see a crowd going. Did you say my mom is here? Oh yeah, you did introduce, and then Mom probably waved or whatever, and then that's good. That's good.
Yeah,
but
I said my parents are here, and it's the first fucking time that I'll be able to. And so the crowd, between the joke and the awkwardness, the laugh was just.
Was your mom close enough to where you could see her her reaction?
Front row center at a coffee shop.
So you totally saw her.
And then, John, I did 5 minutes because I asked the guy, I said, I don't know what to talk about, man. I've never done stand-up. He goes, well, you should just talk about what you know. And the thing that I knew the most was my parents. Mm-hmm. And the thing that was funny to me about them is that they both have terrible gas. So I did basically 5 minutes about how much they fart and how bad it smells. And they never drove me to a show ever again.
When I do stand-up, I got a couple of bits that people always want to hear. Right? You've got signature bits, I'm guessing, where it's like, "Oh, Josh, please tell us this story." Mine always revolve around my dad. Right?
Yeah.
So what I'm asking every time I get a comedian to zoom into my show is to give us one interesting, humorous story about your dad.
My dad is notoriously cheap when it comes to travel and hotel. Mm-hmm. And like when I lived in San Antonio, he flew me home for Thanksgiving once. I flew from San Antonio to Dallas to Atlanta to Hartford.
Oh my gosh. 4 flights? Well, this must have been like when cheaptickets.com first came out.
That's exactly what it was, cheaptickets.com. And he was like, how was your flight? I saved $49. I'm like, it's Friday, bro. I missed Thanksgiving. Like, what do you mean how was my flight?
Right.
So one of his bucket lists was to go to the Masters. Uh-huh. And during the time of my career where people at my agency wanted to impress me, I asked them, I go, can you get me a couple tickets to the Masters? Because you can't find them anywhere. And they were like, yeah. And I told my dad, I'm like, we're going to the Masters.
Nice.
And he was like, great. I'll get the hotel. And I was like, mm-hmm. And because here's the thing, man. It's like, when your dad gets older and you tell him not to drive, like there's a certain amount of pride.
Yeah.
And so when I'm like, nah, let me get the hotel, he's like, excuse me. He's like, I'll get, insisting. It's a pride thing. He wants to get.
Right.
So I'm like, So he's like, I got a place. And I go, you better book soon because they book a year in advance for the match.
Right.
And he goes, I got a spot. Looks great. 15 minutes from the course. And we're driving up. And we drive out of Atlanta where we land. We're driving to Augusta.
This is after flying to Seattle, then Houston, then Tampa.
We fly. We start to drive through Augusta. I'm like, out of Augusta, deep into the woods. I'm like,
oh, man.
What are we doing? And he was like, no, it's out here. They said we got great views. And I'm like, oh, my God. So we're pulling up, and we pull up to this place that as soon as we pull in, you and I have been to enough hotels. I just got to pull up. Let me just tell you something right now. If at your hotel, when I leave my hotel room, if I'm outdoors, that's not a hotel I want to stay at. Right. You know what I mean? Unless I'm at the beach, if I open my hotel room and I'm outdoors.
Yeah. That's a shady motel. You like hotel where it's interior corridor type stuff. Yeah. I know what you're saying.
I've done plenty of motels, bro. Plenty.
Yeah.
So he goes to me, hey, I booked this place. I said, why? And he looked at me like he fucking cheated the system. He goes, free continental breakfast. And I was like,
right.
I said, what? And he goes, free continental breakfast. He goes, that means you can grab as many boxes. I go, I know what free continental breakfast means,
Right.
dude.
Dad, it's an apple and a granola bar. That's all it is, and water. Shitty
And
coffee.
warm milk. So we get into first of all, he booked us one room. We get into the room. There's 2 beds. One of the beds, the leg is jimmied up by something.
Yeah.
So I sit on it and I hit it at an angle, and the leg just went click, boom, bang, right? And I was like, ah. And so I'm not sleeping on the floor in this fucking hotel.
Yeah.
There's no. So I'm trying to jimmy it up, and we can hear the walls on either side of the hotel incredibly thin.
Yeah.
So the people in the hotel room next to us are arguing about what temperature their chili should be coming out of the microwave. Man, they were mad at each other. My dad, like nothing's happening.
He's probably going 110.
Like in the room next to us.
Yeah.
When you were in our bathroom, you could hear anybody's business in the bathroom next door. Well, somebody next door, I think, had Crohn's disease or something.
No.
So we're sitting there. My dad is like, he was like, and he's pumping up this continental breakfast tomorrow morning. He goes, I can't wait till we get up tomorrow morning, go down and get this continental breakfast, right?
Yeah.
All night. People shitting next door, people arguing about food. My dad is sleeping like a fucking baby. That's another thing, by the way. None of these places bother him. He can sleep like a baby anywhere. He doesn't give a shit.
Yeah, he's out.
He wakes up the next morning, I guess, before me. I'm sleeping at an angle. All of the blood in my body had run to my right foot. Right.
Right.
He comes upstairs with this apple, right? And he puts down the apple, and I'm like, apple, raisin bran, and milk that I don't think had been refrigerated that day.
Yeah.
It still had a hint of cool, so it might have been out you know what I mean? But it hadn't been refrigerated that day.
Right.
He comes up, he puts his apple down, he was like, I'm so excited, and I go to pick up the apple, and I touch it, and on the back, my finger goes right through the apple.
This is great.
And I go, hey man, did you see this apple? And he goes, yeah, that's the other one they had left, but I know you like fruit. He goes, just eat the good half.
Right.
And I said, I'm booking the hotel next time.
Yeah. Right. Wow.
And he said, okay, if you can, this is a great quote. Okay, if you think you can find a place better than this. I'm like,
I would sleep outside.
Yeah, I'm going to bring a tent. I'm going to bring a tent and my own food. We've already won.
That's so good. Thank you. Everyone, go look up Josh Wolf, man. I'm telling you, this dude, hilarious, kind. JoshWolf.com, right? What else do you want me to plug?
ComedianJoshWolf.com. I'm at Josh Wolf Comedy on all socials. And check out my live stream show, Control Chaos, every Tuesday night at 7 o'clock Pacific time. It's just comedians. We don't talk politics. We don't do social issues. It's just a weird, fun game show. 30 minutes of basic laughs. That's all it is.
I love it. All right, man. Thank you again for doing this, buddy. I appreciate
Thanks,
it, man.
John. Appreciate it, brother.
We'll see you. Josh Wolf, everybody. Come on.
Take another look and tell me, baby.
All right. Thank you, Josh Wolf, for zooming in. Folks, don't forget he's got his own podcast as well, Controlled Chaos. Check that out. Or his website, comedianjoshwolf.com. I also have another podcast that I do from time to time. Don't be insecure or anything, but it's with a good friend of mine named John Heffron. And we get together. It's called Heffron and Reap. And I'll give you a little sample of it. Somehow we got on the topic of his ingrown toenail on both of his big toes. Check this out. I want people to know, if you're just joining us, this is breaking news.
Why don't you recap, John?
This is great. We've stumbled upon something that might be a new trend that sweeps the nation. And when a girl asks for a D pic, you just send a picture of your big toe. But before we do, John has offered up his big toe.
Well, you showed yours first, by the way.
I did.
You showed your big first.
Yeah. It started with, can you count your toes with your eyes shut? And do you get all five? And then I said, I tried it. And I said, well, my middle toe is about the same size as my big toe. And I put my feet up on camera. And then John got talking about his ingrown toenail on his big toe. He said he's never not had one. So he took a picture and sent it to Alan, and we're about to see it. But it looks like you have inflammation and irritation around the tonation. So maybe if there was some sort of cream or salve, as we like to say down here, salve. If you could put some salve on there to get the swelling down, it would give your toe time.
But this is almost like where hurricane, when they're showing you on the news a hurricane's approaching. Maybe I name every ingrown toenail. Maybe that's a thing we can do on our Patreon. You can sign up and I'll name my ingrown toenail after you, and I'll keep talking about it or you until it gets gone. You have a good month sponsorship minimum. Because as you can see right now, if we were doing a weather forecast, John, you see over here on the left, we have ingrown toenail Rick Sanford coming in. We have the Sanford toenail coming in. You can see it's starting to develop a little bit on the left. It's already starting to hit the skin a little. So if you're living on the left-hand corner, you can kind of see where this ingrown toenail is going to hit you probably within the next 2 to 3 weeks. If you're in that area, I'd highly recommend getting any type of pain medication or any type of swab that you could right now. John, back to you.
Thanks, John. Yeah, it's a doozy out here. I mean, but honestly, compared to the left toe, we're not looking as anywhere near as bad as a Samantha Dawn Kingston toenail, which we had last year. All right, we're back. That was gross, huh? Well, let's move on. Let's end the show on a high note. I feel like this has been a great podcast, but we have to do this segment because people love this segment. There's a lot of bad news out there, a lot of fake news, a lot of bad news, and it's like people are getting tired of it. So we have a segment where we try to find those little news stories that are kind of country-ish. They fall through the cracks because they don't make the sensational headlines. And it's from all over the country. Thank you, Alan. I was running out of things to say.
We're just small town dudes with small town news, breaking stories of crimes committed you never do. Mind your P's and Q's or they'll cover you. The town may be small, but the news is huge.
Alrighty, this is a small town newsy story, although it is not from a small town. Does that make sense?
Yes.
I crowbarred that in there.
Thank you.
We'll make it work. I'm going to read you the headline. This is great. 14 raccoons confronted dad and son in encounter that feels like end of days. Look, I like anything with raccoons in it.
Raccoons.
Yeah, raccoons. What did I say?
Raccoons.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah. Well, you got to be careful with that word. Right? You got to hit the ra really hard. You can't say that word without the ra on it.
Yes.
You'll go to jail.
Yeah.
So, 14 raccoons confronted dad and son in an encounter that feels like end of days. And I like raccoons. I think they're hilarious. They're like cats with hands.
Cats with hands.
Imagine a cat.
Yeah.
Now imagine it's got an opposable thumb. That's like a raccoon. But no, it's cats with hands and a bandit mask. That's a raccoon. So what's not to love about raccoons? So if there's a story with a raccoon in it, I'm all about it. This was such a good idea, the boy said, after the critters gathered in broad daylight to stare them down in San Francisco's Golden Gate Park. So apparently a group of 14 raccoons came out of the bushes and just confronted a father and his son, and they recorded it. And, of course, the video went viral. And I say we just watch it and comment.
14 raccoons.
Yeah, that's a lot. Yeah. Don't you think?
Like a motorcycle. Is it like or a gang? The blood? Are they Bloods? Are they Crips? What are they?
All right, let's watch this.
Marcus Stokey and his 10-year-old son Ever say it caught them completely off guard. Really? A walk they had taken many times before through the North Lake area of Golden Gate Park. But this time, raccoon after raccoon, 14 by their count, came marching out of the bushes very close to them and their dog Zeus.
I was a little bit scared because I've never seen anything like that before.
We were both a little...
Marcus? That's what he said. So I heard Marcus's name. Shout out, Stamos.
Yeah.
Or Hawkeye.
I can't wait.
And the dog's name was Zeus.
Yes.
Always love it when people name a dog after a Greek god.
Yep.
And look at this. They just walked right up to him on this park. They didn't seem scared. They didn't seem nervous. And they just walked right up to him like, yeah, what's up, man? Where you headed? And they're not all from the same area. It's like an organized attack. Like they're coming
kind of
from
freaky.
Yeah, like there's some coming from the side, they're coming from the flank, there's some coming from the north end, the south end.
They just had a whole setup. Like there's a general here somewhere, and
yeah, you just walked into a trap.
Yeah,
this is. I would be nervous if that happened, because one raccoon, you'd be like, "Oh, cool, dude! Look at there's a raccoon." 2 raccoons, 14.
14
I'd
raccoons.
get a little worried. All right, let's continue.
I was a little bit scared because I've never seen anything like that before.
We were both a little shocked.
And then seconds later in the bushes,
We got like 20 feet away, and Ever said, "Dad,
Oh,
look,
my
a
God.
coyote." So
Yeah.
Oh,
it was
yeah.
just, let's, not your typical walk in Golden Gate Park.
the National Park Service posted signs warning of coyote sightings in the park months ago, but it wasn't the canine that had Mark and Ever concerned.
It
Pause
seemed
it.
like the
Canine. Is a coyote a canine?
Yes, a coyote is a dog.
Yeah. you're
Right, Alan?
Yeah, I mean, it's in the dog family.
You sounded pretty confident at
Yeah,
first,
I
Sean, but
said
then you
confident.
still
I'm like,
asked me.
right?
So. Yeah. Coyote's from the dog family.
Okay.
They're
well,
dog,
they
yeah.
just confused me because were they with their own dog?
Zeus.
Zeus.
I wonder what kind of dog was Zeus?
He's a canine. Yeah.
He's not. I mean, every dog I've ever had, they're trying to treat this raccoon. That's a coon dog, though. Isn't it?
It is a coon dog. Well, because those raccoons came with their own coyote.
They brought their own dog to the fight.
That's what it is. These raccoons are just walking their own dog. And they're
Yeah.
like, well, we can't have a dog either.
Look at these signs on the can't have your own dog.
Right. And by the way, that coyote, he's outnumbered.
Yeah.
So I think they're in charge of the coyote. It's not like he's showing up with his gang of raccoons.
Right.
It's the raccoons that are out taking their dog for a walk. And I wonder if his name was Wiley. Wiley Coyote and his band of rabid raccoons. But, I just now thought of that. That's crazy. Okay, yeah, so they got I guess, have you ever seen a coyote, like live up close?
No.
I have. They're bigger than you think, and they look like dogs on crack.
Yeah.
I mean, they look wily, and a lot of them are probably underfed because they're out there in the wild trying to survive. So they look like they are like crackheads freaking out all the time. Anyway, well, let's continue. Let's see where this goes.
Mark months ago, but it wasn't the canine that had Mark and Ever concerned.
it seemed like the coyote was avoiding the raccoon family. like the raccoons were running the roost.
Some people seem to be ignoring many other signs also telling them not to feed the raccoons. A professor with San Francisco City College who specializes in these urban wildlife issues says these raccoons are likely just becoming too...
Do you see that raccoon? It looked like he was washing his hands.
Yeah.
At least they're staying hygienic in these COVID times.
Probably had an Oreo. He's getting it off. Or chicken wing. Somebody dropped the chicken wing.
That's what he's in there. He's drowning his food. Right there. He's either washing his hands or he's cleaning his food off there. But
well, it's COVID times, and they're trying.
That's what it is.
They got a mask on.
Yeah, they're always wearing a mask. And they wash their hands. Oh. Why are we worried about getting diseases from these guys? They're cleaner than we are.
Right.
They've been doing this for years.
Wearing masks and washing hands.
Yeah. This should be the mascot for COVID.
Right, yeah.
The Rack-COVID.
The Rack. Fauci should have one on the leash strung around.
Right, Fauci should just march out there with his little Rack-COVID and go like, do what the Rack-COVID does. Wear a mask and wash your hands. All right, let's keep going. This is great.
San Francisco City College, who specializes in these urban wildlife issues, says these raccoons are likely just becoming too accustomed to humans. It's not unusual for the animals to gather in families or packs and start begging for food, and they may get aggressive as they search. The Estokis say they'll follow the signs and keep their distance.
I think we're going to be a little cautious going down there again.
And a stern warning from City College biology professor Matthew Schweitzer that should hit home during this pandemic.
It always looks weird to me when I see a news anchor or reporter out in the field doing a report, and he's outdoors and there's no one around him.
He's got his mask.
And he's wearing the mask. And look, as someone in this profession of entertainment and microphones and cameras, that's not how you hold a mic. Look how far away from it is from his mouth. You got to put that thing up on your dang chin, son.
Yep.
I would give this guy hell if I worked at this news station. But yeah, I think what's going on here, right, is...
Are you Dr. Doolittle? Tell us what they're saying.
Here's what it is. California is on fire.
Yeah.
And a lot of these animals, I think, are running from fire. And they're in a park where people feed them because they're cute. You know?
Yep.
You'll see a cute little raccoon walk up and you're walking with your kid and they got some extra ice cream or whatever, and they just, hey, give it to the raccoon. Look at it. It picks it up with its hands. Isn't it cute? And the other raccoon runs off and goes, hey, Larry, there's these humans over here giving out ice cream. And so since it's free and it's easy, they get good at it. They go out and tell their friends. I think that's what's going on, right?
I think so.
I mean,
or they're homeless raccoons.
Yeah, they don't have a job. They don't have a house.
They had a sign.
There's a sign. I don't think they can read it. They just show up. All right, is that it? Let's see how this thing ends. I think that's all it is, really.
That should hit home during this pandemic. He says a sick raccoon can pass on rabies or another infectious disease if you get too close. So stay away. In San Francisco, Tom Jensen, NBC Bay Area.
Thank you, Tom Jensen. Wow. Yeah, see, that's a thing you always hear about raccoons, right? They're rabid with rabies. Yes. I guess it does happen, but it's either a dog or a raccoon that gives you rabies. I've never heard of like a goldfish giving you rabies. Of course, they live in water. But yeah, I kind of feel bad for the raccoon a little bit because they're kind of lumped into like a skunk, nasty critter that can give you rabies.
Aren't they of the rat phylum? Alan.
What am I looking up now?
Two things. Phylum?
Phylum. I'm looking up.
I don't know
how
you spell this.
Phy. LUM. I think I'm right about this.
How about this? This might be an easier search. Are rats and raccoons in the same family? But then for fun, type in phylum.
Listen, I'm telling you guys, I'm more than a pretty face walking around here, you know?
All right. Hold on, I'll have an answer for you.
Yeah. So anyway, thank you for that wonderful story in San Francisco's Golden Gate Park. The town may have been small, but the news was huge. The town's not small at all. It's one of the biggest cities in the country, but it is on fire.
It is. It'll be small soon.
We had a guy call in from the. Yeah, go ahead, Alan.
Can I follow up on the previous question?
Yes, please.
So, a rat is a rodent. Raccoons are mammals, so they are not in the same phylum.
Thank you.
Is the phylum a thing, though?
Yes, it is.
Yes.
Actually, you're right, Sean. It is.
Thank you.
Oh, is it?
Who else is in the raccoon
How do you spell phylum, and what does it mean?
A phylum is a level of classification or taxonomic rank below kingdom and above class.
Whoa, Sebastian with the big brain. Look at you. I was convinced you were mispronouncing this word, which is what brought me joy.
Yes,
and now I look like an idiot.
You were hoping. I know my anatomy and my biology. More anatomy than biology.
I'll never doubt you again. But you're wrong. Raccoons and rats are not the same phylum.
Yeah.
I think
Possum
raccoons are
one.
closer to possums or kangaroos.
Yes.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But they are mammals.
Is it a possum or is it an opossum? We always say possum, but it's spelled opossum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because when you see one, you're like, oh,
possum. All right. What a great episode I feel that we have done here today.
Tune in and watch us cry.
There are so many great things that happened today.
Well, it's National Podcast Day, and that's why,
yeah.
right? Yes.
As we record this, it is National Podcast Day.
What?
So,
yes.
Really? That's a thing?
Well, that's what Jody told me.
Really?
Yeah, this morning she goes, happy National Podcast. I just trust her because there's a national something every day.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I mean, it's way more important.
Alan, you didn't know this?
No, I had no idea.
That's okay. I didn't either. How did you see me post it on Facebook?
I followed him on Facebook today, and I saw it, and I said, that's a lie. I'm going to look it up.
Well, I didn't look it up.
True.
Okay.
It's true.
All right. Well, happy National Podcast Day, Sebastian.
Yes. This is where podcasters come together.
Yeah.
And encourage each other on National Podcast Day.
We are ranked, by the way. You know, we're number two.
Yeah.
On the, what was it called?
World Federation of Podcast.
Yeah. You're very close. WorldPodcastingFederation.com has ranked the Country-ish podcast number 2 on their website. So I feel like if it is going to be a National Podcast Day, we need to be mentioned. Don't forget to check out our website, countryishpodcast.com. If you go to countryishpodcast.com, you can listen to the podcast straight from the website. You can watch it straight from the website. And most importantly, you can support the podcast. You can become a Patreon supporter. Click on that. Help us out. We'll give you shout-outs and all kinds of rewards at different levels. And johnreap.com for your merchandise. You can I'm on Cameo if you want me to do a video message for somebody. It's a birthday, it's an anniversary, whatever. Cameo.com/Jon Reap. Ginger Beard Man, available still on Amazon Prime. Ginger Payne, still out there. That's it. Just know that I love you. And for the Alan Jackson, for intern Isaiah and Sebastian, I am Jon Reap. Bicycle.
Well, life on the farm is kind of laid back, but I wouldn't know that I'm from a cul-de-sac. Don't chew tobacco and I don't smoke crack. Thank God I'm country-ish. Well, a simple kind of life, never did me no harm, but I do know a guy with only one arm. Keep your fancy smartphones and your self-parked cars. Thank God I'm country-ish. Well, I got a podcast that'll make you giggle. It ain't number one, it's right in the middle. The town's not big, but it ain't too little. It's time for country-ish.
Hey everybody, it's me again. I just want to say thank you for listening or watching this podcast. You know, we couldn't do this without supporters like you. Oh wait, are you not a supporter? Well, you could be. It's real simple. Go to countryishpodcast.com. Click on the word support. That will take you to our Patreon page. That's our support page. And from there, you can support us many different ways. There's different levels. You got $5 and up. You got Pewter Pro, Rhinestone level. Executive Zirconia, all the way up to Platinum Elite, and all of them come with different rewards. We're talking hats, t-shirts, ginger beard masks, even be a guest on the show. You got to check out our Patreon page. Go to countryishpodcast.com, click on support, and thank you.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Told you I'd do a good turn.
That's great.